Tea Time with Dolly. And I'm going to add on to that and Thrifty Living. So that's going to, I'm going to try to get that on my title, my channel. Because most of my things are going to be about thrifty living. I should have put that on to begin with. But anyhow, I didn't, so I'm adding it on there now so people will know what most of my videos will be about. Today, there are so many people out there hurting for money because of the pandemic, and many of you have lost jobs or had hours cut back. And so I just want to know that there's no shame in asking for help when you really need it. And I know that many people today really need it. So don't feel bad about going to a food bank or going somewhere and asking for help. And I'm going to give you a phone number here for United Way. And they can help you or direct you wherever you live to where you can get help. And the number is 211. So I hope that will be helpful to some of you that really need help. Got my notes here because, you know, at my age you can't always remember everything you want to say. Okay, so now I want to talk about money. Or lack of money. Actually, the money word is, for a lot of people, they seem to think it's a bad word, but it's not. It's budget, you guessed it. Okay, it doesn't matter if we have a small income or a large income when it comes to budget, because everyone needs a budget. A budget is just simply a plan of where your money is going. If you were going to take a vacation, wouldn't you have a plan? I think most of us do. We may decide, okay, I want to stop here, and that wasn't on your planned schedule, or, oh, there's something over there I didn't know was here. I want to stop and see that. But basically, you have a plan. You know where you're going, and you've got a pretty good idea of some of the things you plan to see, but there could be a few changes along the way. But for the most part, you've got a plan. So we need to have the same way with our money. We need to have a plan for it. So I made out a budget. Now this is not, it's how I make my budget, but it is not my budget. It's just a fictitious budget. I rounded everything off so that it would be easy to add up and easy for you to see. It's not my exact bills or my income. It's just our idea for you. As I have tried a lot of budgets over the last many years, and a lot of them just seem so complicated to me, and I needed something easy. So I just decided to do it myself, just to make a plan of my own. And this may give you an idea, or maybe you understand those complicated budgets, or maybe there's some other easier ones out there now, but do whatever works for you. Have some sort of a plan, because it's going to be so much better for you. If you have a plan, you know what much money you have, or what you can afford and what you can't afford. So I'm going to come around here, and I'm going to try to hold this up where you can see it, if you can. At least you'll get an idea. Okay, like I make a budget every month. I didn't used to. I try to make a budget once a year, but every month I was told, or I read in a book by Dave Ramsey, that you should have a budget every month because things change. Okay, so I've got down budget for January, and A equals auto pay. So you'll notice some of these have A's beside it, and that means they come out automatically out of your paycheck. So I start out with, I hope you, I'm probably jiggling this. Okay, my starting balance was $500. And then I got a paycheck on the 1st, $800. So then I added the 500, the 800, and got 1,300. And then it paid a mortgage of $700, so I put a minus in front of that. The paycheck, I put a plus. So then I just subtracted the 700 from the 1,300 and got 600. So then I had life insurance, and I put down what it was, and then the balance. And then I got another paycheck, put down what it is, and the balance. And I did this all the way along of money that's coming in and money that's going out. So I hope you can see this okay. Okay, and down here near the bottom, I have emergency fund. That is something that everyone needs because things are going to happen. You are going to have emergencies. The washer may break or the car quit on you, so you have emergencies. And then I have sinking fund, and that also is another account that you have money in there for things that's not monthly, like property taxes twice a year, car license once a year. If you celebrate Christmas and give gifts, that's once a year, or birthdays. All the things that you know you're going to use money for, you figure out how much they're going to be per year, divide it by 12, and then you add them up, and you allow that much money each week to go in there, or each pay, whether you're paid by weekly or monthly, whatever. And then I put down here saving for long term. That could be like a 401k, or I was really thinking, a lot of people have that taken out of at their work, but you could just add that for that. I was really thinking of this one, something that might take you a while to save for maybe a down payment on a home, or a better car, or a nice vacation, whatever it is that you are planning that you really want to do. So that's savings for that. So you have your emergency fund, your sinking fund, and your long-term fund. And then you can still, if you don't have a 401k or something like that at work for your retirement, you can add that. Okay, and then in January, if you got paid every Friday, you would have one extra pay in this month. So I just took that $800 extra pay and added that in a savings. But, you know, if you don't get paid every Friday, yours will be an extra pay on another month. So this is just an idea for you. And then if you notice, I had Capital One and Discover. And over here on this side, what I do with that is every time I spend any money, I use my credit card. And on my credit card, the Discover and the Capital One, they give bonus, points, I should say. Well, those points you can cash in for money. So who doesn't want free money? So like I wrote down, if I went to the store, I wrote it down. Aldi's, $50. Car gas, $25. And on the 4th, Walmart, $25. And then again, Aldi's. And that came up to $200 I spent on Capital One. Okay, and down here on Discover, the same way. Aldi's, car gas, Walmart, Aldi, Amazon, Aldi. It might be your medicine, it could be CVS, Walgreens, or wherever. It could be a doctor bill that you put on your credit card. Whatever it is, write it down so you know, and then make sure that you can pay it off that month before it's due. Because, okay, I'm going to go back here and sit down now. If you pay it off each month, by the time it's due, they won't charge you interest. But if you're charging things and you can't pay them off that month, it's not worth the points because your interest is going to be way more than what money they're going to give you for using the points. So if you think you can't resist, you know you. Are you the type that takes your credit card with you and you see things at the store and you just, I'll just buy it this time, I can pay it off, and then when it's due, you can't because you've overspent? So if you know you're that type, then it's not worth the points to do that because you're going to pay a lot more in interest. And those interest rates can be quite expensive. So I wouldn't advise that. I would advise you to budget how much money you're going to have for groceries or for shopping, for clothes, whatever it is. I don't have everything listed in here, but it was just to give you an idea. So whatever it is, put that down. And also I want to say, you can have as many bank accounts as you want. It doesn't mean you're rich to have a lot of bank accounts. It just means you know this money in this account is for maybe your freedom account, and the money in this account may be for your vacation. The money in this account could be for Christmas, or your like sinking fund, some people call it. It's the one or freedom account. I've read where it's called both, or heard that. You can have an account for, and it keeps them separated, so it's easy to know. When I have an emergency, I go to my emergency fund and just run to the bank, get out the money, or if you have a card with it, you can just use your debit card to pay whatever it is that you need fixed or replaced. So, you can have multiple accounts, savings and checkings, so you've got a slot for each thing. To me, that was easier. When I had to lump it all together like some of the old budgets were, I was getting confused and it seemed difficult for me. But now I realize you can have several accounts, one for this and one for that, and then one for your basic monthly bills. So I hope this has been a help to you. So I hope you have a good week. May God bless you. And I will see you later. Bye.